As the sunset descends on the Giza Desert, the last rays of the day cast a brilliant golden outline over the massive limestone blocks of the Great Pyramid. Standing before this architectural feat over 4,500 years old, even modern visitors can't help but feel overwhelmed. How did an ancient civilization, without modern machinery, manage to construct such a magnificent structure, a building that held the record for the tallest man-made structure for over 3,800 years? This question has challenged scientists, archaeologists, and even conspiracy theorists for centuries. The Great Pyramid of Giza, built for Pharaoh Khufu, also known as Cheops, around 2560 BCE, is an astonishing architectural achievement. Originally standing at a height of 146.5 meters and weighing approximately 6.5 million tons, the structure is composed of about 2.3 million stone blocks, each weighing an average of 2.5 tons. Some larger blocks, particularly those used in the inner burial chambers, can weigh up to 80 tons. For centuries, scholars, engineers, and archaeologists have proposed various theories regarding the pyramid's construction methods. Let's consider modern insights into how the building process may have taken place, based on archaeological evidence and contemporary experiments. The first issue was quarrying the stone. Much of the limestone used for building the pyramid was quarried from nearby quarries in Giza and Tura, just a few kilometers from the construction site. Ancient Egyptian workers used simple copper tools and harder rocks to carve grooves into the softer limestone, and then would drive wooden wedges into the grooves. When soaked in water, these wooden wedges would expand, generating enough pressure to split the stone along the desired straight lines. However, some of the larger stones, including granite used for interior chambers, were transported from Aswan, more than 800 kilometers to the south. These stones were transported by boats along the Nile during the flood season, when the high water levels allowed boats to navigate closer to the building site. Transporting massive stone blocks from the quarries to the construction site and then lifting them to increasing heights was one of the greatest engineering challenges. Numerous theories were proposed, but recent research has revealed some of the most feasible methods. To transport stone on land, the Egyptians might have used a system of wooden rails and sledges. Archaeological evidence suggests they moistened the sand in front of the sledges to reduce friction. A mural in the tomb of Jehuti-Hotep, an ancient Egyptian official, depicts 172 men pulling a massive statue on a sledge, with one person standing in front pouring liquid, possibly water or oil, onto the sand. Modern experiments have proven that wet sand can reduce friction by up to 40%, making pulling heavy stone blocks significantly easier. But how were these stones lifted to increasingly higher elevations as the pyramid grew taller? This is where theories vary greatly. The most widely accepted theory is that the ancient Egyptians built one or more ramps to pull the stones upwards. Greek historian Herodotus, who visited Egypt in the 5th century BCE, described a system of machines made of short timbers used to raise stones from one level to another. Modern archaeologists have proposed several ramp designs that may have been used. Straight ramp, a simple, straight ramp leading from the ground to the top of the pyramid under construction. However, to maintain a reasonable incline, about 8 to 10 degrees, this ramp would need to be impractically long at higher elevations. Spiral ramp, a spiral ramp around the pyramid that allowed construction teams to transport stones upwards without requiring an excessively long ramp. Evidence for this design has been found at other Egyptian construction sites. Zigzag ramp. In 2018, archaeologists discovered evidence of a zigzag ramp system at the Hatnub quarry, which may have permitted Egyptians to pull large stones up steep inclines using poles and ropes. Internal lever system, another theory proposed by Egyptian engineer Jean-Pierre Houdin, suggests that a spiraling ramp inside the pyramid was used to lift most stones, with an external ramp only used for the lower tiers. A 2014 study by physicist Daniel Bond at the University of Amsterdam demonstrated that pulling heavy stone blocks on wet sand could reduce the necessary traction force by up to 50%. His experiment with a scale model showed that optimal water content is around 5% of the sand's mass, allowing the formation of capillary bridges between sand particles, increasing rigidity and reducing friction. The stones were placed with incredible precision, with gaps between them often only a few millimeters. To achieve this, Egyptians might have used simple yet effective measuring tools, such as knotted ropes to measure distances and plumb bobs to ensure vertical edges. They had a sophisticated understanding of geometry and might have used the relationship between angles and distances to ensure accuracy. Additionally, the stones were finished on-site after placement, with workers using copper tools to smooth the contact surfaces, creating a nearly perfect fit that remains visible today. Another important aspect of pyramid construction was the workforce. Contrary to popular belief, the pyramids were not built by slaves. Archaeological evidence, including excavated worker settlements near the pyramids, suggests that the builders were Egyptian farmers working during the off-season when the Nile flooded, preventing agriculture. Estimates of the workforce size range from 20,000 to 30,000 laborers, organized into specialized teams. Recent studies of worker tombs indicate they were well-fed, with a protein-rich diet including meat and fish, and received adequate medical care, indicating a valued workforce. While significant progress has been made in understanding how pyramids were constructed, some questions remain unanswered. How did ancient Egyptians align pyramids with such astronomical precision? How did they design the complex internal chambers and corridors without modern blueprints? And how did they achieve such remarkable engineering precision without modern technology? Some have turned to alternative or even supernatural theories to explain these wonders. However, continuous scientific research reinforces the view that the pyramids are achievements of human ingenuity, organization, and profound understanding of mathematics and engineering, not works of aliens or lost advanced technology. Perhaps the true marvel of the pyramids lies not in the idea that they were built using alien technology or magic, but that they stand as a testament to human creativity and perseverance. With simple tools, profound knowledge of materials and mathematics, along with the ability to organize thousands of people to work together, ancient Egyptians created a monument that endures through time, still awe-inspiring after more than 4 millennia. As twilight descends and darkness envelopes the Giza Desert, the pyramids stand resolute, both as a challenge and a testament to our ancestors' ingenuity and ambition. They remind us that even with simple technology, humans can achieve extraordinary feats when driven by vision and determination. And perhaps that is the true mystery of the pyramids, not how they were built, but the will and vision that propelled their creation.